All right, we hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend, and we thank you for joining us. Mikey Hood is here today.
David, I had a great weekend.
We had to grab Megan Schiller on the way in there.
We did. We always match. We wear the same exact color, but today we wore the same exact dress. What is the likelihood of that?
It seems very unlikely.
Yeah,
yes.
so when we saw each other.
Was there a sale?
There was not a sale. I didn't get this on
Okay,
sale,
all
which
right.
is bad, but we saw each other and we jumped for joy, so it was fun.
So we had to pull her into the walk as we walked in today.
Yeah.
So thank you, Megan. Yeah.
Thanks, Megan.
Well, you know, we normally just talk about fun things on this show, but there's a lot of people concerned right now about Hurricane Durian because, you know, people go vacationing in Florida. Maybe they have relatives down in Florida or along the southeast coast there, or maybe they even have a home down there. And this storm is really incredible. It's now Category 3 storm, but it's just sort of centered right on top of the Bahamas.
Right, and it's not moving.
It's not
just
moving.
Slow, very, very slow moving, if not moving at all.
No, and in fact, we want to bring Ron Smiley in because he has a friend that lives in Nassau that you've been talking to, and he's a little bit south of the worst of the wind.
Right.
But he's getting a lot of flooding there, right?
It's a lot of flooding. He said that video just does not do justice at this point of what they are going through altogether. Yesterday, I was surprised because I just sent him a text. I was like, hey, you know, prayers, you know, hope you're doing all right. And he sent a text immediately back and was like, yeah, you know, the lights just came on. You know, he's like, all good here. House is good. He's like, but, you know, a lot of the islands, the other islands, not where he is, where he's in New Providence, that's where Nassau is. And so he was like, a lot of the other islands have been just slammed and destroyed. And he's like, the video that we're getting and seeing, he's like, it's really going to be a long process.
Wow.
To
What are they doing for food? And I'm sure there's no stores open.
Right. Yeah. They have shelters that are open, and a lot of these folks, you know, you can't stay in your houses, so you have to go to these shelters. So it's kind of a community thing right now. It's where the government, you know, prepares for these things, and they, you know, a lot of folks, they don't even know what's going on with their property at this point. Because they're at these government, you know, centers where they do have food and they do have shelters where they're generally safe. That's generally why you don't see a lot of fatalities and deaths in these situations, because they do have plans. The issue is once the storm passes, a lot of times our TV cameras, we move on.
And they go back to nothing.
Right,
They go back to nothing.
Right, and I saw that also, you know, while I lived in New Orleans for the 6 years there, right after Katrina with what was going on there. Even after the cameras move on, we continue to see those impacts that goes on with people rebuilding their lives.
And talk to us now. Now the storm is finally slowly moving. Yeah. And you look at the chart of this, and it looks like it's going to possibly stay off the coast, but that doesn't mean that the coastline is out of danger, right?
No, there's a couple of things. Generally, we're looking at three different things that occur when you have a hurricane, like what you have with Durian, any hurricane. You have strong wind that can cause flooding, you have a storm surge, and then you also have the possibility of those strong winds causing just wind damage as well, kind of like a tornado. With what you're seeing there now, it's the storm surge that's going to be the biggest concern along the East Coast. That means that we're going to see basically piling up ahead of this storm, the water. It's pushing all of this water forward, and as that happens, you start to see, instead of your high tide, you know, when it comes high tide, and you know, the water might go up a foot or so. You're seeing water an additional 3, 4, 5, even 6 feet higher. And in the Bahamas, they were saying that the storm surge was 24 feet, and you're on an island already. So when you're looking at a 24-foot or over 20 feet, a storm surge, you can imagine there's not a lot of places that aren't going to be impacted.
And in fact, I think we have some video now of the flooding in Nassau where your friend is, right? So his
house looks just like that. Not that that's his house, but it's just like that. He has a wall around it, so that definitely isn't it. But yeah, that's a
lot for people to deal with, and that's not even the hardest hit of the areas.
Right. Yeah. And if you've ever been on a cruise or anything like that, he lives probably less than a mile from the port there.
Yeah,
so he's
I
right
was
off
just there
of,
a few years ago.
Right, so you can actually see like some of the resorts, some of the big resorts that you always see in the movies. You can actually see that from his front porch. So that's how close he is to, if you're kind of wondering where in Nassau he is, that's where he's located.
Well, I know you're going to keep tracking this for us, and we appreciate the update here because a lot of people are concerned about it.
Yeah, certainly, and it's big news at this point. This is a historic storm that we have never seen the likes of. So, yeah, we'll see what goes on over the next couple
And this is supposed
to
continue up the coast.
Slowly but surely, yeah. It's now at a mile, but that's better than the stalled front that we were seeing over the overnight hours. I didn't have to adjust any of the maps on my graphics because everything was exactly the same as what it was yesterday. That's a problem that we're looking at when you're dealing with hundreds plus.
Certainly for those folks, yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks,
Ron.
Ron.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, and and I remember one time that I covered Hurricane Katrina, which Ron talked about, but also Hurricane Floyd was heading towards the Charleston, and we get to Charleston, and it is unbelievable. Like, it hadn't even come in yet, and the town was already barricaded off, and they told us, if you go past this barricade, you are on your own as a media person. We're not going to go risking our lives to try to rescue you. And the media, we were all stationed outside of that, so we went into that area. We went to a parking garage, and we couldn't figure out why no one was parked on like the first or second floors, and it was because of the storm surge that Ron was talking about. All these people had done this before, and they knew park up high. So it's just a scary situation. So hopefully everyone will be safe down there.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Boy.
All right, so we also have something else that we want to share with you that we thought was pretty incredible, really a legendary feat for a Pittsburgher, and we love what he did. So this, we have a picture of, this is it's Douglas Pingree. There he is. He has made it to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. This happened on Sunday, and while he was there, and it's such an amazing feat, 19,000
Wow.
feet. He climbed for 6 days. This is the highest mountain in Africa, and you can see what he brought with him there. He brought a Stronger Than Hate t-shirt to support the city of Pittsburgh after the Tree of Life shooting.
That's so impressive. First of all, it would have taken me 6 months to climb that high. So the fact that he did it in 6 days, that's impressive. And then just the message that it's almost like he's delivering it to the world.
Exactly.
To see, and I love that.
So we love that. We had to show that to you. All right, something else that we love, the Jonas Brothers are in town tonight. They are performing tonight, and there's a couple of stories we want to share with you about the Jonas Brothers. First off, over the weekend, they had a big surprise for a young lady who is battling cancer, and we just want to show this to you. Just listen for a second.
Thank you for inviting us to come see you.
Thank you for coming.
It's good to see you.
So Lily Jordan was supposed to see the Jonas Brothers concert in Hershey, PA. She couldn't go because she was undergoing chemotherapy. She wrote something on social media, sort of inviting them, kind of as a joke, not thinking it was ever going to happen. And look at these guys. They saw that. They showed up at the Children's Hospital in Penn State. It really tells you what kind of guys they are. Very, very sweet.
That's so sweet. I mean, that's something that she'll never forget her entire life. And I'm surprised that she was as calm as she was, because but she was very calm.
That would have been Mikey.
Yeah,
yes.
Very composed. But that was just an awesome story.
Yeah.
So then we have another adorable video to show you. So another Jonas fan. Only this one, she's 1 year old.
She's 1 year old.
She also loves French fries. Take a look.
She's got some moves.
She does.
And I love that she's still holding the French fry too.
Yeah, so that's 1 year old
She's not
Ella.
giving that up.
She's not. That's 1 year old Ella. She's smiling ear to ear. Her mother Jennifer posted the video on Facebook, and of course it went viral. She's dancing to the song "Sucker," of course, by the Jonas Brothers, and she's eating and dancing, which is a great way, by the way, to burn calories.
I know, she's doing, yeah, exactly.
And little Ella, she's from Ohio, not anywhere near us, on the western end of the state. So I say, keep dancing, Ella. We're all dancing with you, except we don't have any French fries.
No, but yeah, that's a great idea. We like it, Ella. So anyway, the Jonas Brothers will play tonight, 7:30 at PPG Paints Arena, and what is it? Happiness Begins tour. Yeah. And and they're one of those boy band groups that broke up, and now they're back together.
And they're all married.
They're all married. Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
That.
So anyway, tonight at 7:30 right here in Pittsburgh. Now something that we want to show. Oh, this is their video from their new album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the kids still call it an album?
I don't know, David.
Marie said yes.
Bad as you.
I turned to Marie for all these questions to get answered. Yes. But this is video from their Happiness Begins tour and the album that goes along with it. So they're in town tonight. All right. If that doesn't make you excited, maybe this will. How about a giant wheel of cheese? Because it is available now. This is crazy.
How big?
We talk about like warehouse stores where you can buy, like enough maple rolls for, 6 months or something.
Right.
So this, I don't know how long this cheese would last you, but Costco is now selling this. It's a 72-pound wheel of imported Parmigiano
Reggiano.
Very good, very good. Well, very well said. So just to give you an idea, so this wheel weighs as much as 90 cans of Coca-Cola, 220 apples, or roughly about as much as a 10-year-old child.
Where did you get these calculations from?
The internet.
Yes.
Yes. So anyhow, the wheel costs $900 if you're in the market. And if that sounds like too much, it's actually a deal. And here's why. It works out to 78 cents per ounce. So compare that to the normal price that we pay for cheese of $1.30 per ounce, $1.30 per ounce. So there you go. You're
I guess
saving
that is
money.
Working. But who needs that much cheese?
And how do you get it home? Well, I guess you buy it online. So maybe they deliver it to your door.
It's a lot of, that would last you for the rest of your life. Well, maybe you could take it to the Jonas Brothers concert and just feed it to all of the fans. You would need that much cheese for that many people.
Well, that's true if you're into sharing. Yeah. Although I think that the proper thing to eat at the Jonas Brothers concert now, as we learned from Ella, is French fries.
You're right. French fries with cheese on them.
Well, okay, all right. It's all coming together.
It is.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So we're going to still stay on food here. And so It turns out that Pittsburghers are pretty polite when it comes to eating out. The Post-Gazette is reporting that Pittsburghers, we leave positive reviews on sites like Yelp and Google and Travel Advisor. Apparently, we're just a positive city. And
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
I've always said Pittsburghers, you can walk down the street and say hi to someone and they say hi back, and it's not like they're looking at you like, why are you saying hi to me? You do that in New York City and you don't always get it back.
Forget it, yeah.
You
might get something else, but
yeah.
you might not.
But I love that. And I also think another possible explanation for this is we have some great restaurants now in Pittsburgh, so there's not as much to criticize.
Right, I agree. So we have great restaurants, great people. We also have some really great drinks and beer and wineries. So if you feel bad about your meal, you've had a few drinks, it doesn't even matter. You still go and leave a positive review.
All right, Mikey, you've thought this all through.
I have.
Okay. All right.